So, Mrs. President, following weeks of tense diplomatic talks between the West and Russia, we see no sign of de-escalation. In the contrary, we see that both Russia and now the United States are amassing more troops on both sides. So, you see that diplomacy has failed and now Europe is spiraling towards a real war?
We should never give up to work on diplomacy because as Russia has created this crisis, we do everything for diplomacy and dialogue to be successful. But we are very clear also that in case that there's any further military aggression of Russia against Ukraine, that this will have severe consequences and massive costs for Russia. We are very much aligned with our friends and partners like the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada and others. And we have prepared a robust and very comprehensive package of sanctions.
Can you tell us more about this package of sanctions? What is the concrete European plan?
It is, as I said, a comprehensive package insofar it's concerning the economic and the financial sector. It would limit the access of Russia to the financial markets of the European Union. And it would limit Russia's access to crucial goods and technology it needs, and that cannot be easily supplied and replaced. And therefore, as we know that Russia has a very one-dimensional economy, mostly focused on exporting fuel, fossil-based fuel, we know that it is crucial for Russia to have access to these goods and capital. And therefore, it must be in the interest of Russia to de-escalate.
But can Europe really afford to impose sanctions that could put its energy supplies at risk? Can a disruption to Russian gas really be entirely replaced? Because we know that now it's currently covering around 40% of Europe's needs. So can it be entirely replaced just in case there is a backfire?
Indeed, this would be a severe situation, but we have done our homework and we are working intensively of preventing and being prepared for such a situation. When there was the unlawfully and rightfully annexation of Crimea in 2014, for example, there was just one LNG terminal in Europe. By now, we have built more than 20. So we are able to receive LNG gas from other suppliers worldwide. I've created a partnership for energy security with President Biden. Next week, there will be a summit on this energy security. And of course, we have spoken to many different LNG suppliers worldwide who are very interested in going into the gap that Russia would leave. And to supply LNG to the European Union. But more important, we've done our homework with the renewables. The renewables we have massively invested and they increased. They're at eyes level by now what the energy supply in the European Union is concerned with gas. And the renewables we are completely independent. They are clean, they are homegrown. So this is the future where we have to invest in.
I guess still there. Finally, I would like to ask you about the EU as a bloc, because we see individual member states taking their own initiatives. For example, the Hungarian Prime Minister visited Moscow and President Putin and publicly described Russian demands as reasonable and sanctions as pointless. On the other hand, we see France and President Macron setting his own agenda, etc. So, what is the leverage that the EU as a bloc has in this stage, in this global crisis, as it cannot speak with one single voice?
There is unity and very strong alignment within the European Union. We are in constant contact. I speak on a regular basis, on a daily basis with the heads of state and government. We inform each other, we align together, we give coherent responses or demands, whatever the situation is. And what Hungary is concerned, so far, they always supported the sanctions against Russia. And they have so far announced that, of course, they will keep the unity with the European Union if it is necessary to act.
Okay, President, thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.